Hello, hello. Welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day today. Okay, All right, audio check is done. For a second there, I was like, getting worried. It wasn't showing up. Vorax wasn't actually loading in, and I couldn't see the little preview there until the last couple seconds. So now that I think I've got that fixed, we're gonna play another episode of Vorax. Although I can't get back to. There you go. Let's see here. We got into the underground tunnels and stuff. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna try to load this up, but I don't know if it's going to work or not because I was glitching through the ground and I looked it up and there had been other people that had reported it, but it wasn't working. The devs, there was some stuff about taking your save file and stuff, and I kind of just completely forgot about it until right now. About posting your save file to emailing it to them, and then they would take a look at it. But there's been no updates since is it January or mid-year of 2024. So I don't know whether or not they're supporting the game anymore or not. It didn't have the little thing on there that says the devs haven't updated the game in a while, but you know, what I might have to do is play off stream and see what I can get and get back up to kind of where I was and then go from there. But I'm going to go ahead and record this episode and we'll see what we get. This is either going to be a full-length episode or this is going to be a throwaway video because we're just going to pick up and move on to something else. So let's see here. And before I even start the recording, I'm just going to go ahead and try loading the game to see what I get. I completely forgot about this because I'd been deep diving into trying to switch over to a Linux PC for some of my streaming stuff, and I'll talk about that here in just a minute. Let's see what this does. Okay, load game. Sure you want to load? Yes. All right. Well, main menu. Okay. Well, that's a little annoying. Let me go back out here and check just to see if there's any other guides out here. Let me just see. Vorax discussions, video news. Demos live again October 5th, 2024. Patch. So October 5th is the last, what looks to be the last update from them. This is demo basic version. Broadcast, no artwork. Nobody's really posted very many. Oh, there's a few screenshots here and there. Discussions. Let's see here. Curious of its potential. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else out here. Let me just go under bug reports. Falling through the map, death loop when loading in. Yep. Somebody post. Nobody's updated any of that, but that was on November 19th of 2024. Bug I found. Yeah, there's nothing out here in 2025 at all. Jump to the third page just to see. Yeah, that goes back in time. All right, let's just look through these here real quick, see what we can find. Was it Control-1? And then let's see here. Let me switch over here. And which one? Let me see here real quick. India, number 8. So, for reporting a bug, please read here. Spawn on the map after loading. Spawn on the map after loading. Please zip file up. Nothing there. Load all. Load save new game reset since built. I think they meant sensitivity. Sensitivity of the mouse. That was something I had a problem with. New language related issues. Did the graphics get worse? Load issues. It's load issues here. Learning to save game, the level glitches out, causes web player to fall under the ground. Yep, it looks like there's been, I mean, not a ton. Not like there's hundreds of people reporting this, but please help create a grass mask not working. Compilation of bugs encountered so far. A few issues I've had. All right. Shader compiling, intensity put on the visor while climbing. Stuck movement gets me killed. Ladder, game breaking ladder bug. Tactical helmet. Ultra wide, visor is gone. Gas mask. UI, starting note, manner, north, inventory space. That is a bit of an issue, but I understand where they're at right now with that management. 11 Pro, okay, stones, video, probably mentioned video could reproduce regardless. Graphics quality, that is a bit of a struggle until you kind of get a couple things optimized. Okay, well. That's unfortunate. So we'll go back to here. Okay. Well, let's see. What else we got here? Go back to game capture. Try it one more time. What the heck? One more time. Yes. You can watch it on the little screen. Watch me fall through again. Oh man. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see here. Wish list join us. All right. Let's jump out here. Let me do this here. Open Discord. Wait for it to finish updating because, of course, why not? Okay, let me see here. Vorax. Maybe there's something on their Discord thing, so I'm just kind of looking around here real quick. Um, 624. Here's the rules. Gateway general chat. Bug reports. Arth Dark. Let me switch back. Ask me anything. Okay, let me go back here. Search. Map glitch. See if there's anything there. Falling out of the world. Falling under the map. No clue. I haven't played it again because after going to the second zone, every time I load the game, I fall under the map. Anybody here that could tell me? Keep falling under the map after loading the save. Issue persists. No clue how to fix it. Houses seem to be floating around above me. I can't enter them. Well, this is just kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's see. Somebody did this on 5/7 of 23. Multiplayer where there's a bug, you fall onto the map when you load in a save game, and it's still. I lost the pots. There's no way to make food because the pot fell under the map. I hope you put his subtitles in Portuguese. Oh, poor guy. Channel making content on the games. Demo. Yeah, this has been going on since 10/20. Since, let's see, these posts are clear back on 5/7 of 23. Doing all the messages. I get that. Okay, well, I think at this point we're probably not going to get the next episode of this out. So, with that, let's see what else is on our list. On what's next. We'll go ahead and just stop this game because I don't know if I want to go back through because who knows because most other people seem like they've stopped. I mean, what's the sense of getting partway through the game and then have to go back through, hit a glitch, and then go all the way back through it again? Okay. The next game is Hell Dive. Go ahead and get that installed. I've got a couple other ones here. I've got Islands of Insight, Light of Ilaria. These are puzzle-based games. Chinana, Nika, I don't know. Museum. Also another one called Try Again, which I don't think I played this one, but it's kind of like the 2D side-scroller games. Okay. So let's see. Shinika. Okay, let me go ahead and pause this. Put my headset back on so I can hear it. And switch back over here. Let me switch to display capture again. Well, let's see here. Does this? I don't know whether that switches both. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out whether or not. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, so that means I got to fix both of those. All right, display capture. So here's the game. Go to the store page, which it went away from. Pause this, undo this here. We'll make this full screen. So there's this game. And then if I come back, the one I just installed is this one. But let's go to the store page and let's take a look at this one. Pause. Let me make this bigger.
We have lost all contact with headquarters, but this will not affect the mission ahead.
Okay. Glad it won't affect the mission ahead.
Remember, survival is, of course, expected.
Well, of course. Okay, so there's that one. I'm trying to think. That looks a lot like Lost in Vivo that I just did not too long ago. So we'll pause that. And then there is this one here, Islands of Insight. So let me go to the store page here, where this one it doesn't have any videos about it, but these are just kind of like solve 3 light motif. So there's 3 puzzles here to get to one spot. And this is the entire island of stuff that basically puzzles that need to be solved. But clearly it looks like you're play as a different character, you can fly and stuff. I'm trying to figure out, so there's that one, and then there is Light of Alaria store page here. Let's see, where's this one here? Okay, there's a video. Come on, there we go. Ooh, they got some long fingers. Definitely some interesting concepts about different ways to approach a puzzle here. I think the thing I like about this one versus maybe the other one, where the other one's got puzzles, individual small puzzles that you could solve. This one here, the world becomes a puzzle. And you have to think, you have to imagine the puzzle in a different way when it's the world becomes the puzzle versus you just trying to solve a puzzle that's in your hands. And then let's see here. The other one that I had was this one.
I mean, I've been working.
Just go ahead and pull this one up. I might as well just go ahead and add these on the list.
4 years. My publisher is coming tomorrow, so we need to run through this last test build.
Do I have a choice?
Nope.
I said, today is your last day as a test dummy. First of all, you're welcome.
Finally, I'm gonna be the lead character in a video game.
I just hope it works. I'm sorry, Benny, but I can't let you go. I need your data.
Maybe that should be the next one. All right. Well, go back to library. So now let's switch back over here. I'm going to go ahead and add to next. Maria. Add to here's what's coming next. Museum one. And we're going to do try again. I think I'm going to go ahead and kick that one off to install. Here's what's coming next. Because it's going to take a little bit, and I'll have to get everything reset, and I'll probably just wipe out the videos for this one right here, since we're not really doing anything, and it's going to be completely and utterly named incorrectly. And it's somewhat disappointing that I cannot see. There's I'm just scrolling through some of the chats and stuff in the Vorax stuff, and it looks like there hasn't been very much since the beginning of this year. I mean, the jump to present. July, hello. After a long break, I came back sadly to see no news, nothing anymore. Yeah, most people here in the last couple months. Maybe I should have checked out the Discord for this first, but yeah, my thing's ready for verification. Yep. Off topic. Nothing. Oh, it's nothing. Community streams, community content, Vorax Wiki. There's the wiki doesn't even really have much in it. Yeah. It's a little frustrating here. Let me see if this switches it. Nope. Okay. Oh, I gotta click on the wiki. Okay. So, wiki, community help, recent changes, items, crawlers, enemies, animals, maintenance, media, explorer, community, interactive, discussed. Let's see if there's anything. Of course, there's nothing in the discussion section. Why would I think there would have been anything in the discussion section? Isn't anything anywhere else? And on fandom.com. So it's not like it's a site that's not being maintained. I mean, I mean, the game's clearly not, but the fandom.com is a website that's got a lot of different wikis and stuff like that on it. Crafting enemies, items, stats. TCBYSA unless otherwise noted. Items. Yeah, community help. Let's see, is there anything here? Community central. Contributing, editing, design. Nope. Contents. Those are help sections. Oh, this gets to how you would help in fandom.com site. Okay, so their help section takes you to the here's how you do things at fandom.com, not our wiki. So the community section of the wiki takes you to the community section of the site that you're doing, not of the game that you're looking at. Okay, cool. Well, that's a little frustrating. So there's nothing there. Nothing there. Discord. Again, I'm gonna have to just like maybe play around in the background and see if I can't get back to where I was. Although I don't know that, again, I don't know that I'm gonna necessarily put a whole lot of effort into wanting to play this if that's the case. Okay, well, I've still got a little bit of time. I mean, I guess we could just try to be productive here and do something. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's see here. Oh, this isn't going to go well, but let's see here. Local capture. So let me pull up StreamerBot. Okay. Let me pull it to the upper half because of the fact that I've got my monitor set in vertical. And let's take a look at this here. Okay, so actions. So then what I need to do is I need to do a toggle. So I've got the switch to NDI game scene, set active scene game. Oh, wait a minute. Is this? Oh, okay. Let's see here. Platforms, integrations. Nope. Come on. Where is it at? Client servers. Okay. Web sockets. Actions. Okay, because there is this one right here where we have set active scene 1 game 1 capture. Second NDI game scene game 1 capture. this goes against gaming PC, which is correct. But now, let's look at switch to NDI display capture. Okay, so that is supposed to work. Is it? Okay, that's connected. Okay, so action Q. Okay. History. Let's see, does it say that it had a problem? Completed 7, default. Nothing. Well, son of a mother, let's go. What's going on with it? Okay. So then, not commands, platforms, no. Okay. Both are connected. 214. The other one's 1. Okay. Double check my IP here just to make sure. And it really shouldn't matter because it says it's connected, but you know what? We just need to. Oh, no, I don't want to diagnose the problem. Good news, you're connected. Okay, great. Thanks for telling me something that I pretty much already knew. Network and internet settings. Ethernet. Okay, so it is 14. Okay, so then maybe my screen's incorrect. So to display capture. Okay, so what this is supposed to do then is if we go back to actions on switch to NDI display capture, it's supposed to go to scene 8 on this PC. Stringy PC NDI display 8. And then here's set active scene to display capture on that PC. Yes, okay, there. Okay, cool. So then, all right, so if I go to number 8 here, there, it pulled it. And then number 2 goes back to the game capture. Quit it out. Okay, it did. Game capture, whenever you end the game, it holds the last few seconds of it. So that is working then. Earlier. That's so weird. Okay, well, that problem's at least solved. I wonder if it's because I was going back to 3, and like 3 doesn't technically have anything associated. So I'm just going back to game capture and turn off the preview because I don't need that. Okay. So let's see. There was a couple other. Was there anything else I wanted to do? I mean, just kind of just randomness right now. Turn this into just chatting. Oh, so then the other thing that I was working on doing is I was working on trying to figure out. I've got a. Let's see. Do I have VNC client? VNC client for Windows. So the other thing I was working on trying to do is I got my son got himself a nice streaming PC. I took his old PC and I upgraded it because he wasn't going to use it anymore. So it's got a 0.5 terabyte or 500 gig SD drive in it. I replaced the Ryzen 3 CPU with a Ryzen 5 7800 XT. then I took the 1080, the NVIDIA 1080i graphics card out and got a Intel Arc A750 card. And then I installed on my gaming laptop, not this one that I'm gaming on right now, but my other gaming laptop that is Linux. I've got Garuda Linux on it, which has some really nice features for being able to install games. It's a gaming system. It's a gaming operating system, but it has some other features to it to be able to help with alternate game types. Like it's got boxes for telling it to install Steam. It's got presets for actually installing Discord, Telegram. It has presets for OBS. So if you want to do streaming and stuff, it has presets for other options like DOSBox for being able to play old DOS games. So it has a lot of other features to it. And after doing the upgrade, getting the new CPU, fan, all that stuff taken care of, I installed Garuda it's Wayland, but it's using the Hyperland desktop. And although I understand the intention behind the Hyperland desktop that the developers have, it's interesting in the sense that it feels a little wonky and maybe not completely thought out in the way that people are going to interact with it. So one of the things that I've been trying to get it to do is being able to remote into it. One, so I set up an SSH server on it so I can log into it. That's working just fine. I can SSH and run commands, but I can't get a desktop up and running remotely. So on a KDE platform, I would just run either a VNC server or an XRDP server or RDP server. So I tried VNC, but the problem is it's a different compositor. So a compositor is the thing that actually builds the Windows. So like KDE's compositor there's like different types of compositors. There's regular X11 compositors, and then there are compositors for Wayland. Well, I'm using Wayland since it's a newer updated thing that has better graphics capability to it. So I tried to do WayVNC. WayVNC, if I run the command from the machine, like at the keyboard and mouse is connected to it, that works. I can remote into it. But if I boot the machine, if I SSH in, tell it to build the same desktop and try to connect to it, then I get nothing. So it's like, okay, what's the difference between the two? Because I'm logging in as the same user, and I got to try to solve that. And then once that's done, I've got to finish trying to set up and replicate my stream. Because what I want to do is the streaming PC I have now, I basically want to get my streaming stuff set on this other one temporarily. I'll get this one. So I've got streaming on here. I've got StreamerBot on here. And then I'll have, I really need to run StreamerBot there. I could still run StreamerBot over here in Windows. You know, I'm trying to like think and solve things in my head. So I want to get my stream set up over there. I want to get StreamerBot set up and running and be able to get kind of the basics of my stuff running in that on that server. Then take my other one and change it over to make that the true streaming platform, and the server I redo it into Garuda Linux, which is based on Arch, and then move it over to doing having the streamer, so I have OBS installed on it. I've got the Intel software drivers. It defaults and installs those. And then try to run the streaming on that and the game server. So right now I've got like at least one. I've got like a 7 Days to Die server on it for me and the family. I've got two different Minecraft servers, Life in the Village 3 and Craftoria. I only run really one at a time, but that PC's strong enough to be able to run my stream and have the servers running, sitting on one, at least one of the servers sitting in the background. I upgraded it to like 64 gigs of memory so I could sit there. And then my hope is to then take the other server and make it into like a media server. So like the other thing I started looking into is being able to run, I got a Raspberry Pi that I'm running with Diet Pi on it. And I got a couple of Docker containers for it. One of them is Jellyfin. So I started taking some of our old DVDs, ripping them using a software called Make MKV, which then creates the MKV file, and then take and use Handbrake to re-encode that MKV file into re-encode it using AV1. So I take like a 5.5 gig file and turn it into like a half gig movie, and then upload it into the NAS and host that through Jellyfin so that we can watch other older movies that we've got DVDs of. And then like some of the older TV shows that we've got on there. If we've got the first couple seasons of The Office and stuff, although we could watch it on Peacock, we can upload the stuff and have the bonus content from the DVDs, because those weren't, the bonus contents and deleted scenes aren't being hosted on Peacock yet. So I'm doing that, but what I want to do is get it off of that Linux, off of Diet, off of there, and potentially put it so that on the other PC I'll have the the Intel R card where it can do hang on a second here. Okay. Sorry about that. So on there, I'll be able to hook up the external drive, be able to put movies in there, let it do the offloading and encoding of the movies and stuff, and then be able to store that on the thing and run Jellyfin off of there. And then me be able to use that as kind of like a lab server, so to speak, where I could run multiple Docker containers and do some other stuff. Because there's a couple other things I'd like to do. You know, there's maybe some other automations in that I would like to build. I wouldn't mind seeing if there's a way to get like StreamerBot to be in a container where maybe I don't have to worry about running it on a Windows platform. Right now it's kind of locked to a Windows platform. But maybe looking into running it in, setting it up in Wine and getting it there, maybe getting it into a container, and just kind of look at some other variations of things that I can do, and just kind of have some other nerdy things in the background that I do. I'm a software engineer. Who knows what I might want to, other things I might want to get into. I don't know if I want to get into, you know, clearly I'm going to keep playing games, but I don't know if I want to get into doing like development in my personal life. I do it for work. I have done some things in the background, but like there's been some stuff where I do things for the family and that for running like Minecraft servers, but also maybe looking at one, do I want to do something like building tools for streaming? Or do I want to do something like building mods for Minecraft? I mean, Minecraft's Java. Java's the primary language I've been doing for the last 20 some years. Off and on. I did infrastructure for about 15 years of that 25 years. And so that was my primary focus, which was Linux, shell scripting and stuff like that. But do I want to go into doing Java development? And maybe working on something in Minecraft, because I did some studying on what it takes to build video games, and although it's not like I don't think I could, I'm not crazy enough because I don't have the other technical skills for the graphics design and some of those things to be able to build a good video game. Not that I couldn't build one that would look clunky. And I don't know to say the graphics necessarily need to look the best, but it's just not something that I think I want to do on my own, even with AI tools and stuff. But maybe doing something in Minecraft where the base engine's already there, and then I just expand on top of it. One of the things I'd like to do is maybe rework the core system for vanilla Minecraft for storage. That still seems to be something that is a bit of a clunky mess, depending upon which kind of storage system you go with. But I see that there are other ones out there. So like there's refined storage, which is a little bit easier, but then you've got applied energistics and all that. And it's just like, some of them are a little overly complicated. Do I want to try to go in and maybe tackle doing something with just that? Making just a storage system, a simple storage system within inside Minecraft. Just make it easy. But be able to do things like you can sort and craft and pull things and stuff like that there. Maybe being able to store patterns in and being able to do something with it to make the storage and crafting system just a tiny bit easier. But that's also what so many other people have done. So I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there is a driver update for an NVIDIA. All right. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut the stream here just a few minutes early and stuff. I've got, let's see here. Did the 2 games that I wanted to get installed. Try Again is here. And then Helldive. I'm probably going to, is there a way that I can drag this down? I think it's in order. Oh well. I'm probably going to try to do Try Again first, because it looks like, you know, I've been playing some of the horror scary game kind of games and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to try to go back into maybe a couple of the puzzle games and see what else I can find. Let's see, what's the community hub for Fragpunk? And that game's really dropped off a whole lot. There's only a couple thousand people playing the game. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, well, let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and get the end of the stream going, and we'll finish off the thoughts here. So it's a little unfortunate that Vorax isn't working, and no matter which way I go to find information, none of them are there. None of them are working correctly. I like the game, but I kind of wish it had been one of those ones where I could have seen where it says the developer hasn't updated this here anytime. Early access, yep. Oh well, it is what it is. I think I'm going to pay like $2 or $3 for the game, but you know, we'll wait and see. I don't know to say that the developer is going to come back after this long of a time and do anything else with it, but who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe it's something where they're off in school and they don't know yet. But that's the end of the stream for today. Let me know your thoughts and feedback, and as always, so long for now.